This is the Louie T Network. The journey is long, and nobody said it was going to be easy. But all we've got is us.
You have any quarterback news for us?
All that believe.
Yes, we do have news. We have announced that Kirk Cousins will be the starter for 2015 moving forward. And I think all three quarterbacks should be commended for their efforts, their willingness to get better. But when it's all said and done, after all the film that we've gone through, all the off-season activity, all the training camp footage, we feel like at this time, Kirk Cousins gives us the best chance to win, and that's where we're going.
When you say for 2015, does that mean barring?
It's Kirk's team.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's 38-21, Redskins winning a blowout, and this is not going to be the last home playoff game of this run for the Redskins.
Okay, 41-21 Redskins.
But they're going to beat Green Bay 35-7. They're just too hot right now. The Redskins are probably the hottest team besides Seattle in the whole NFC.
Welcome, all my fellow Redskin brethren and sister. I am your man and resident Redskins fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me. Redskins Port. Before I get a few things off my chest that I have to get off my chest, some good, some bad, let me first say this. The champs are here! The champs are here! The champs are here! That's right. Right here. NFC East. Champs. 4 seed. In the NFC playoff. Watch the Redskins. That's right. That's us. Celebrate! We did that. Now we're on to bigger and better things. Feels good to be talking playoff football and not what next season holds for us. What's in store for the Redskins in the offseason? What we need to address? How do we get better? How do we compete in our division? Nah, we don't need to talk about that right now. We're talking about playoff football. Playoff? Yeah, playoff football. We talking about that. We did that this year. But before I get on that, did you hear what I played earlier? Did you hear that nonsense? See, y'all trying to make me cuss. We the Redskins. Where do you get off thinking that we're just so much better than the Green Bay Packers? They got Aaron Rodgers. The hell is wrong with you? See, that's why you can't give a downtrodden franchise a little bit of success. They don't know how to act. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all think we gonna smoke these boys? And maybe we ultimately do smoke these boys. But you can't be talking that nonsense before. I got people talking about Super Bowl. Are you crazy? Who we beat this season? Huh? For you to be talking that nonsense. Oh, humility. Humility is called humility. Be humble. Humble, young man, humble. Do that. Look, I want to enjoy this ride just like you do. And I'm thinking in my head a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not going to tell you that though. You know why? Because I'm humble. It's humility. I know better. You know better. You know better. If you've been a Redskins fan for any amount of time, you know better than to come in here talking some nonsense. We going to the Super Bowl. Oh, we gonna beat the Packers. We gonna get the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. Oh, I forgot about that one step that you got to get to the NFC Championship game called the Carolina Panthers or the Arizona Cardinals. Did you forget about that? What are we doing here? How about you beat the Packers first before you start talking crazy and reckless? Pump your brakes and drive slow. About to make me cuss in here, man. What's wrong with y'all? And I know I'm only talking about 5% of the fan base. I'm not talking to 95% of y'all because y'all know. I talk to y'all on a regular basis. Y'all know what this is about. Y'all know where we came from, where we trying to go. And y'all know it's a process. I talked about the process all year long. I'm not going to stop because it works. 1 week at a time. I got cats looking forward 3 weeks in the future. Are you crazy? We didn't beat Green Bay yet. We didn't get out the first round. We haven't won a playoff game since 2005, and you want me to look to the NFC Championship game? Hell, I can't even look past Sunday. I'm excited, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, all of those emotions bottled up in one for Sunday. And you trying to get me to look 3 weeks in advance? Man, you must be crazy. You outside your mind. So my message to any crazy, reckless Redskin fan out there is pump your brakes and drive slow. Let's get one first. Let's pick the Green Bay Packers. Let's do that. Let's satisfy the fans out at FedEx Field first. Let's satisfy all the Redskin fans across the globe on Sunday first. Let's get one under our belt first. Let's beat a team with a winning record first. Let's get Jay Gruden and Kirk Cousins their first playoff victory first. And then you can talk to me about all the crazy ideas of grandeur after we do that first. Can we do that? Can we all agree on that? Thank you. I didn't mean to come up here and rant, but that is mind-boggling to me how people can sit there and talk crazy like that. We're going to win 35-7? Really? Aaron Rodgers is going to put up 7 points. Our defense is that good. Come on, man. Stop. Stop it. I don't know. Anyway, my other thing that I needed to talk about. Hey, I don't know if you watching this vid, Psycho. I hope you watching. Psychopath BNG, I hope you watching. Bruh, because I don't know if you will be at the game or not. It seems like you go to just about every game. You probably got season tickets. I'm not sure if you do or not. But look, if you at the game, I need a vlog. I need a video log, bruh. I need it in my life. I need to see that atmosphere. I need to be a part of that, man. I want to see the crowd getting amped before the game. I want to hear you like that at the stadium. I want to hear how loud it's going to get. I'm not going to be able to feel that on television. I want to be a part of this, man. So if you at the game, anybody out there, I don't give a damn who you are. If you at the game and you got some footage, by all means, please upload it. If not, send it to me. Let me upload it. I want to be a part of this. Whether we win or we lose this game, I want to take this all in. This is big time football. This is the Packers. Do you understand? We're playing the Packers at home in a playoff game. This ain't Tampa Bay. This ain't Seattle. Even though that would be a hell of a game. And I would love to get Seattle. This is Green Bay. This is why they put us on it Sunday at 4:45. This is a primetime matchup. You know what the cable television football makers decided? They came together and they said, you know what? Packers Redskins might be the most enjoyable and marketable game of the Wildcard weekend matches. They always put the best game last on Wildcard weekend. Always. The one that they think is going to draw the most eyeballs. Well, guess who that is? Redskins Packers. It's not because of just us. It's because we're playing the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. So, I feel really good about that. So, all I'm saying is anybody out there, and I'm really talking to Psycho because I know you be at the games all the time. Dude, if you're going to be at the game, please, give me that atmosphere. Give me that feel around Redskins Park. I need to see it. I need to see it. But anyway, let's talk about this bowl and go real quick, man. Week 17, we dusted the Cowboys off. They were not a threat to us. We treated it like a third preseason game. I love the fact that we beat the Cowboys. I wanted to win that game. I didn't want anybody to get hurt. We suffered a huge injury. We lose Kayshawn Jarrett for the entire season. He's done. And what a rookie campaign it was for Kayshawn Jarrett. We got way more mileage out of him in his rookie season than I ever anticipated. I didn't even know if the guy was going to make the roster coming into the season. Not only did he make the roster, but he was a huge part of this defense, playing nickel, playing safety. I mean, he did some of everything. He was a physical player in the box. He played special teams. Kayshawn Jarrett was a very valuable asset to us throughout the course of the season. His presence will be missed as we make this postseason run. Hopefully he heals up and is able to come back and continue to contribute on this football team moving forward. But he's no longer going to be able to help us this year on our journey. And so that stung, but we got the job done. We beat the Cowboys. We beat them up pretty good. I love the fact that Kirk and Jay Reed were able to go get some records and then get out of the game. And they were able to drop 24 on those boys before they even knew what hit them. And got out, and so that was fun to watch. And we went up and we put another, 30 spot on another team, and it just felt good to win, go into the postseason with a 4-game winning streak, playing some of our best football of the season. Let's see if we can't parlay that into a win in the postseason versus the Green Bay Packers. Speaking of which, let's move on to the huge Wildcard weekend matchup at home versus the Green Bay Packers. I'm so stoked for this game. I'm excited, I'm anxious, I'm nervous. I'm all of those emotions bottled up. I can't wait till Sunday, but then again, I'm so nervous. I just want us to win. I want us to be relevant again and play in a meaningful game. And this is a meaningful game, and I think we can win it. And there are so many things that I feel like we have an advantage at in this ball game. I just feel like we just have to go out and execute. We don't need to put any undue pressure on ourselves in this game. Guys don't need to go out and do anything other than what they've been doing. We've been playing playoff games for the last month and a half. We had to beat the Giants. We had to beat the Eagles. Okay, those are games we had to win. All right. And yeah, we could have still won the division, not win those games, but it would have been so much tougher had we not beat the Giants at home a month and a half ago. Had we not beat the Eagles the second time around in Philly to clinch the division, we would have had to put ourselves in a position where we would have needed the Giants to take care of the Eagles, and the Giants couldn't do that. You saw the fact that the Giants lost to the Eagles. We would have been asking a Giants football team to take care of our own business for us. We didn't do that. We took it into our own hands. We won the game. We've been playing playoff football. We had to go to Chicago. We had to go to Chicago and win. We needed to go and beat the Buffalo Bills at home, and we did that. We've been playing playoff football for quite some time now, and it feels damn good to say that we've been taking care of business. So I like our mindset going into this game, and I don't want it to change. We don't need to put any undue pressure on ourselves to go out because it's the playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah, it's the playoffs. Don't mean you have to go out there and do anything extraordinary. Play the same brand of football we've been playing. I know the stakes are much higher. The speed of the game is going to be just a little bit elevated. Things are a little different in the playoffs, but if we continue to play the same brand of football we've been playing over the last 8 weeks or so, we're going to be just fine. Take that Cowboys game out of there, though. I don't want to play that kind of brand of football. We'll be going home very, very quick. And I'm talking about the first meeting at FedEx. We got to go out and execute. And I think the Packers right now, look at this Packers football team, and they're still dangerous. They got A-Rod. I can't stress this enough. They don't scare me at a number of positions, but the quarterback position is one that they scared the bejesus out of me. And I know a lot of you out there, and it's funny, I looked at some of your comments, and I meant to respond, but I got busy.
It's Kirk's team.
I saw your comments, because I asked the question, and I posed the question last week. Who would you guys like to play in the playoffs? And you knew who I wanted to play. And sometimes, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. I got my wish. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. But this is what I wanted. I wanted the Packers. And a lot of you said, nah, I don't want Aaron Rodgers. I'm scared of that dude. And rightfully so. I'm not mad at you for that. But you didn't want Seattle. You didn't want Seattle. And I hope last week's ass whooping that they dished out to Arizona reinforced the fact that you didn't want that. Okay? Maybe you did, and you still said we can beat them. That's good for you, man. I don't want those boys yet. Maybe we get them in the NFC Championship game. By that time, my head will be so far up in the clouds, I'll be like, bring them boys here, man. Let's do these dudes at the crib. But that's so far down the road. We got to go through so much to get to that point, and so do they. And I'm not even thinking about that. The fact of the matter is, I wanted the most advantageous matchup in Wildcard weekend. I'm not trying to be the tough guy. I don't need to show anybody that I'm a bully. Neither do the Redskins. You want the path of least resistance. And I thought the Packers offered that in Wildcard weekend. And here's why. They don't have any team speed offensively. The teams that scare me in the league are the ones that come out with guys that can take the top off the defense. Running backs that can take it the distance into the house. They don't have that on their football team. Their tight ends scare no one. Their receivers haven't been separated all season long. And their running backs, they're good. They're not great, and they don't scare me with long distance speed. James Starks can turn it up, and he's a guy that can run and pick him up and put him down, but I don't see him busting off a 70-yard touchdown run. He could, but I don't see it happening. And so I feel confident that even if you make a mistake against these dudes, it's not going to cost you 7 points. When you make a mistake against the Giants, against Odell Beckham, shame on you. When you step to the old dirty backup, you make a mistake against him, it's 7. You make a mistake against Darren Sproles, it's 7 points. You know, when you make a mistake against Des Bryant, teams in our division, it's 7 points. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to say, all right, my fault. I messed up on that one. When we played the Bears and we had some breakdowns, and Alshon Jeffrey is running free down the sideline, luckily enough for us, it wasn't the best throw by Cutler, but Alshon Jeffrey isn't fast, so that's a touchdown. And we're having a different conversation about that game. We're playing against Aaron Rodgers here. And so you can't have the defensive breakdowns that we've had over the last couple of weeks. You look at that game against the Eagles when we won the division, too many guys went in wide open, okay? That can't happen this week. You don't have Sam Bradford at quarterback. Kellen Moore isn't quarterbacking the Green Bay Packers. It's Aaron Rodgers. And if we let a guy loose like that in our secondary, he's not only going to hit him, he's going to hit him in stride and allow him to run after the catch. And it may be 7. So, can't have miscommunications. can't have guys thinking, oh, I'm playing cover 2 and the coverage is really cover 3 and you're supposed to be the deepest of the deep on that side and you just allow a guy to run by because you think you got safety help over the top and there's no safety help there and you're supposed to be in cover 3 and the guy's running wide open down the sideline. That's a touchdown this week. That can't happen. Communication is of the utmost importance. You gotta stop the run. Do not allow the Packers to get into any kind of balanced rhythm. Because right now, teams have been forcing the Packers to beat them through the air. And I know that sounds crazy because you're asking A-Rod to do you, but yeah, that's what we want. You're gonna beat us, A-Rod, do us then. But don't let Eddie Lacy and James Starks help them in the running game, which opens up play action fake, which opens up bootlegs, which then puts them in second and short and third and manageable, which they can convert. No, keep them boys in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12. Put them in precarious situations to where we can take advantage of that porous offensive line and keep Aaron Rodgers in the pocket. I love what and look, when you look at a team and you're scouting a team, look at what family members did to them. Look at what successful family members have done against them. Look at what the Vikings did in week 17. They put a spy on Aaron Rodgers. They said, all right, we know you want to run. We're going to keep your ass in the pocket. We ain't going to let you, because you know, one of the most explosive quarterbacks in the league on plays when things break down and you get outside the pocket and you're looking to extend the play. So what they did was, they kept the spy on. And if Aaron Rodgers wanted to roll out, that spy would close on his ass with so much velocity and speed that Aaron Rodgers had to get rid of the football. That's what we gotta do. We gotta put a spy on. And I hate devoting a spy because you're taking a guy out of the play essentially and saying your job is to do nothing else but follow number 12. But if that's what you gotta do to make sure he's not beating us with his legs and he's not extending plays and having guys get over, because that's the only way they're gonna beat us. Seriously. Is if we allow Aaron Rodgers to have 6 seconds to throw the football and it turns into backyard football and these guys are able to escape on 2nd and 3rd routes and get open and uncover that way. Nah, don't let that happen. Go after him, get to him, get him on the ground. And so you gotta protect integrity rush lanes. You cannot come up the field all willy-nilly and open up a passing lane or a rushing lane for him, because he'll step up and not look to run, but look to extend the play so that one of his guys can get open and he can get him the football. So I'm not expecting this defense to generate 3 turnovers like we've been doing, it seems like, on a regular for the last 6 weeks or so. I'm expecting us to be able to just get off the field on 3rd down. So that's what we have to be able to do in this game. Not necessarily because Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw picks. And I don't expect these guys to put the ball on the carpet. All I'm asking for us to do in this game is simply get them in 3rd and long situations. And when we get opportunities to get Aaron Rodgers down, get him on the ground, and force them to punt the football. Our offense is dynamic if they get enough chances to score. Get them the football and let them be surgical. Let them operate. Don't allow the Packers to eat up the clock and keep our offense off the field and in turn make our defense tired, which will give them opportunities to be susceptible to giving up big plays. Get off the field on 3rd down, get the football back to our offense, and allow them to take advantage of that Packers defense. Speaking of which, I like our matchups on offense. I really do. We need to contain Clay Matthews and Julius Peppers. That's an understatement. But I think that one guy nobody's really talking about that scares me half to death is Mike Daniels. He's an interior lineman for the Packers. And Corey Lichtensteiger. Welcome back, Corey. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Corey Lichtensteiger. And you never know what you got until it's gone. I know a lot of people was ragging and bagging on Corey Lichtensteiger. Hey, look, man. Corey Lichtensteiger, big upgrade over Josh Larevis. So I feel good about Corey coming back into the lineup, but the thing is, hasn't played in quite some time. So how is he going to fare? Is he going to be where we need him to be for this kind of game? Because Mike Daniels is one of the best interior 3-4 defensive linemen in the entire league. And that's why the Packers went and extended him and paid him the type of money that they just paid him, because he, to me, after Clay Matthews, the next most impactful player on their defense. So I feel like you got to have Corey Lichtensteiger be sound in there, because we struggled at times in this season from guard to guard. And so the Cowboys took advantage of some miscommunications. They got pressure on Kirk early in that game at home when we lost to the Cowboys. And I think the Packers are going to watch that tape and say, we can do some of those same things. And so they're going to try to mix it up and come with some tackle in stunts, some end tackle stunts and twists and things of that nature, and try to win on the interior of our line. And you know the worst type of pressure for any quarterback is the one right directly in your face. And so we need Corey Lichtensteiger to be on his game, okay? I need him to come in and I need this offensive line to not miss a beat. We've been protecting the quarterback like gangbusters, okay? It's been lights out in terms of protecting Kirk Cousins. Haven't given up a lot of sacks this season, and that needs to continue in this football game. If Kirk has time, he's going to find matchups that he likes. I love Jordan Reed against anybody they want to try to put on him. And the Packers love to play a lot of man-to-man defense because they like the blitz. Dom Capers is an aggressive defensive coordinator, and he wants to come after you. He wants to put pressure on your quarterback. He wants to force you into a mistake. They play trap coverages behind blitzes sometimes, so you think it's man-to-man, or you might think it's cover 3, and it's a zone, and it's a trap, and you throw the out route, and there's a corner right there waiting to jump the route and pick it off and take it the other way, or it's a corner right there waiting to blast your receiver and knock him down and knock him potentially out of the game. And so you got to pay attention to that. That's what Don Capers wants to do. He wants to create confusion by blitzing. And if we get one-on-one matchups because he wants to blitz and he thinks that we can't take advantage, we got D-Jax, we got Pierre, we got Jay Reed, and I even like matchups. And I'm thinking, hey, a couple of times when you go empty, motion the back out of the backfield, and it needs to be Chris Thompson, and see if they give you the same look they gave the Vikings. They had Jake Ryan, their rookie inside linebacker from Michigan, covering a running back out of the backfield, and Jerick McKinnon, the secret weapon for the Minnesota Vikings. He ran right past him like he was standing in quicksand. Smoked him with 3, 4, 5 yards of separation between him, and Teddy Bridgewater missed on a touchdown. That was a house call. Okay? If we get that same look, if you send him in motion and Jake Ryan goes out all the way wide with Chris Thompson, if you don't send him on a goddamn go route, smoke his ass, and Kirk hit him in stride for a damn 65-yard touchdown, I want to exploit that early. The Vikings went to that early like they knew something. Obviously they did, because they got the matchup they were looking for, man-to-man, and it was there. So if we can get that, I want it. I want it all day long. We're going to win matchups. And I don't think they can cover any of our skill guys. I just don't. Like, they don't scare me defensively. They don't scare me offensively with their speed. I just feel like this is a good matchup for us. That's why I wanted the Packers. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is a good matchup for us. If we play our brand of football, there's no way these boys gonna beat us. No way. Okay? And A-Rod could go off on us. It could happen. And if Kirk turns it over, if we have a fumble by one of our backs, if special team throws up all over itself, yeah, we can lose this game. Anything's possible. We're not that damn good where we can make mistakes and still win. We ain't that good yet. But if we play our brand of football, stay clean on special teams, have the offense continue to play the way that they've been playing, mistake-free football, have the defense bend, because we know our defense is not great. Bend, but don't break. Don't break. The levy can bend, but don't break. Don't start letting them boys rain down points on our heads. Let's not make this a 31-34 shootout. Why? Why? When we can stop those boys at 20. Why? I think we're going to win this game. I'm so confident. We might even be able to run the football. I'm not looking for it, though. I'm really not. At this point, I'm like, whatever I get in the run game, thanks, I'll take it. But for real, on the real, if we could just be real with one another, I'm willing to let Kirk go back there and bless those boys. I just want to run to create the illusion of balance so that we can still use the play action fake, so we can still use the bootlegs and get Kirk out the pocket and find guys open in the flats and pick up chunk yardage that way. I still want to run the football to create the illusion of balance. But I'm so past running to set up the pass. I'm on that pass to set up the run type of deal. You feel me? That's where we at right now with this offense. And I love it. Want more of it. And so, to me, if we go out and play our brand of football, we'll be going off to Arizona to play the Cardinals in Arizona next week in the divisional round if the Seahawks take care of their business and they go into Carolina. I'd love to go to Carolina. I really would. But at this point, I just want to win. I don't give a damn who it is. Arizona, Carolina, I don't give a damn. I just want to go. And I think we're going to do that 30-20 in a game that the Redskins dominate offensively and do just enough defensively to beat the Green Bay Packers and survive and advance to the divisional round postseason. I am a Redskins fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Redskins spirit will never die. Redskins spirit will never fold. Until we meet again, hail to our beloved Redskins. Damn, I feel good about this football game. I'm nervous though, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm nervous as hell, but I feel good, man. Feels good. Just to be playing playoff football, man. All the attention we've been getting, you see the Kirk phenomenon taking off. You like that. How they handing out the towels before the game. We signed Kerry Williams at the cornerback position because of Tyshawn Jarrett being placed on injured reserve. They opened up a roster spot, and we went out and got a veteran. I'm not sure how he's going to contribute right away, but I'm expecting him to be on the field. Much like Will Blackman when we went out and got him, I expect Kerry Williams to see the field and see it a bunch in this game. I don't know in what capacity and what they're going to ask him to do, but they're going to simplify things from, hey, go out there and play cover 3. Hey, go out there and play man-to-man. Hey, go play some cover 2, press him at the line, be physical. He's a big, long corner. He's got experience in this league. He's very familiar with Scott McCloughan. That's why we went out and signed him. So we'll see what Kerry Williams brings to the table. I'm excited about this football game, guys. I really am, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a shot to really wreck some things in the NFC, man. But it starts on Sunday at home versus the Packers. We got to take care of business. But I see us doing exactly that. Enjoy the football. You know I will. Celebrate. We the NFC East champs, and we about to protect the damn house. You know what I'm about to say. Fellas, go get them. Go get us a dub. Go on the divisional round of the postseason.
There's plenty more where that came from. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. If you want more Louie T, be sure to follow me on Twitter at @InTheLabRoom, or you can like the Facebook page at In The Lab Room. That's In The Lab Room on Facebook and at In The Lab Room on Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. The Redskins Report.